States. It's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I am doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all of you. I hope you understand how much I do. Just a quick reminder, I did get a second strike, so if I disappear or I'm allowed, I'll let you know to at least put out a video before my channel gets taken away. It's just so random, these takedowns. You know, you get a video taken down and you get a strike. It just happens. I mean, this latest one was on a video we did like a year ago. It's like, I don't get it. But anyway, just a reminder, patreon.com, Mark from the States over there. That'll go live. Everything's cool. Email's in the description of every video, so you can always get a hold of me that way. So it's okay. Come sit with me on this big fake couch. Today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to just kind of see what's going on in your part of the world now, currently. What's the news over there? What's the channel you go to? If you get up in the morning, and do you read the newspaper? Is that how you get your news? Do you automatically turn on the TV? Do you get online like I do and go to news sites on the web? How do you get your news in the morning? I do have the TV on in the background, of course, or actually it's my foreground, and it's more or less your side ground. But I usually go to like websites and I'll read and stuff like that. And so what would be the site I would go to? So I thought, okay, well, BBC is the first thing that comes to my mind. If you prefer a different news coverage website, let me know. BBC is just the one that comes to mind. It's the biggest one that there is, I imagine. So let's head on over to bbc.com and see what the, and boom, here we are. See what the latest news is over there. So a lot of this probably I've never heard of or don't know what's going on. Family angers over conditions. Killer dogs kept in. Esther Martin, 68, died after being attacked. Oh, by dogs. Oh, geez, that's awful. Killed by dogs while trying to keep. Oh, that's sad. So then they're holding the guy who owns the dogs, it sounds like. Or it did, and he's been released on bail. Yeah, were they pit bulls? I wonder. This over here, manhunt for Clapham, is that how you pronounce it? Clapham attack. Suspect continues. I've actually, some of you sent me some information on this, so I'm a little up to date on, well, not completely up to date, but I have some knowledge on this. It's the guy that blew that chemical or threw that chemical on that woman and her children, and he's still at large. That's awful. He's not a citizen, right? He's Abdul Shukur is Zidi. Still. Gosh, he's probably out of the country by now, I would imagine. Who knows? How easy is it to get out of the country? It's not like just crossing a state line or a border. You got to get on a boat. Or maybe he's a real good swimmer. But he's probably not out of the country now, the more I think about it. He's probably still around. This is awful, though. By the photo, too, it looks like some of it kind of fell back onto him, whatever he. Yeah, and do we know why he did that? Did he know the person? The fact that there was children involved just angers me to no end, and it's just, you see it, you hate to see it. So hopefully they catch this guy here really soon, because he's obviously a danger. Snow warning for some as mild conditions to end. Snow, that's cool. Maybe not for some of you. Oh, Dad's Army star Ian Lavender dies. household name thanks to his role as Private Pike. And I've seen bits and pieces of those shows, and yes, I've seen the History Chap has done videos on members of the cast and their real war service or military service in real life, the actors. So those are cool videos. Go check those out. Go to History Chap if you don't subscribe to him. He's really good. Kate Garraway pays tribute to children's bravery. TV. I don't know who Kate Garraway is. TV presenter. Oh, is this the one? I think. Yeah, I don't know who she is. I'm thinking of somebody else, I believe. Rishi Sunak concedes the government hasn't made enough progress on one of his key pledges to cut NHS waiting lists. Now, is that a big deal? Is it? Of course, it's a big deal. Poor choice of words. Sorry. Is that an issue? I guess the waiting lists. Now, I assume if it's life-threatening, you get right in. But if you want, say, you've got a bad knee and you need to repair something in your knee, does that mean like the waiting list is a while to get in or something like that? So, yeah, I could see why some people would be frustrated if they're waiting and it takes a while to be able to have some surgery or some procedure done. But I'm assuming that life-threatening stuff, critical stuff, you get right in. William to return to work after Kate's surgery, and let me just say I'm very happy to hear Kate and the King both came out of the hospital. And are doing well, so that's awesome. We still don't really know why she had surgery, do we? I know the King was prostate related, but I haven't heard really why she was, and I can understand why the privacy is there, so I'm not going to inquire too much about it. I'm just happy to hear that she's back at home and she could be with family and whatnot, but apparently he's going to get back to work. And they have people to help. I've heard they have people there that can help them. Let's see here. This is under, let's see here. You guys are getting Russian oil through a refinery loophole. There's always those people who can find a way to do stuff like that, especially when money's involved. Oh, that's not good. This Dawn person, yeah, that's not good. If you work for a news agency or for anybody, you really got to stay off social media. That's just there's really no positives in any of that for sure. You're gonna get in trouble because at some point someone's gonna find something you said many years ago. Orlando, Beijing, and the village of Stewartby. What might a major new theme park mean for Bedfordshire Village and its 1,200 inhabitants? New theme park. What's Orlando and Beijing got to do with it? You'd have to go to read it in the article. This video would be over an hour long if we start opening up all the. You'll have to kind of give me a heads up on what that's all about. NI Power Sharing affords PM chance for a victory lap, NI being Northern Ireland. I'm guessing. Political editor Chris Mason looks ahead at Rishi Sunak's trip to Belfast in Northern Ireland. Yep. Executive returns. Okay. Let's see. Here's this cake. Yeah, since her husband, Derek Draper. Who's Derek Draper? Is he somebody that you all know about? His death. Okay. More on the dog attack. That's awful. Here's another one. Shows the Clapham attack suspect in Tesco. He has time to go into Tesco. Looks like he's got a bottled water there. Hard not to recognize that guy, right? With the issue with his face there. I did hear about this poor child. Yeah, I don't want to get into that really too much. It's awful. Curious Cat achieves celebrity status in Dorset. Susie is a celebrity in her own hometown after being adopted by more than 30 shops. That cat must be living high on the hog, as they would say. Oh gosh, we're gonna look at these. We're definitely gonna look at those. These are always so funny. This is like a big fear, right here. Man charged with attempted murder over tube push, waiting for the subway or the tube or whatever you guys want to call it. I would never even be near the end or the edge. Just the fear of somebody just randomly pushing you in front of one of those trains. Holy moly. What goes through a person to do that is just mind-boggling to me. Poor fella. So he handshakes and smiles as Stormont, as power sharing returns. So they got a new PM of Northern Ireland. So here, just kind of a review, latest updates. Snow, you have snow coming to Wales and England. William to return to work, yes, still. Yeah, see, that's what's going to give him away. I'm surprised he probably hasn't left out of his, wherever he's hiding. A jockey dies after a fall. Oh, gosh. Keegan Kirkby was riding when his horse ran into the side of a jump. Yikes. No more lottery tickets at some of the hundreds of post offices, apparently. SIDS. Everyone with children knows it's always a scare. Oh man, 3 years old. This dude's mental. Police have warned this fella should not be approached as the search for him continues. It's crazy that he's still, especially in England, with the amount of cameras you all have there. You get a lot of these photos of him, but it's just he'll be caught. I'm sure of it. But it's just crazy that he's been able to stay on the run as long as he has. Let's take a look at the papers here. This is the Daily Express. I've never heard of the Daily Express. Now, are these like legitimate newspapers, or are they more sensational? Kind of like what we'd call tabloids. You'd call them tabloids, right? The headings, the font that they use, it's always fascinating. Banned dogs kill amazing grandmother. That's awful. King smiles and waves in first public outing since treatment. There you are. King, well done. Glad to see you back. Wave fit for a king. Where does this all end? This is the Daily Mirror. We've moved on to the front page of the Daily Mirror. I've heard of the Daily Mirror. Britain warns of new air raids as crisis deepens. This is the deal with the Red Sea and all that business. New air raids. Also touching on this, pit bulls. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, those dogs can be scary if they're not treated well. They can certainly be trained into being very aggressive. Here's the Guardian. I actually did watch this game yesterday with my son, Cooper, who's a huge Arsenal fan. So we did actually watch the game. He's been kind of sick, so he was up really early. The games start like at 4:30 in the morning here or something like that. And so he was already up because he slept literally Saturday. He slept all day. So he got his sleep schedule's all off. So he was up and we watched, and I get up early anyway, so I was able to watch that with him. That was kind of cool. Of course, the U.S., along with the U.K., striking those militias. Now we're on to the Financial Times. Iran ran sanctions evading network with Lloyd. I don't know what that's all about. Something to do with money, I'm sure. Royal Navy pulls flagship carrier from NATO exercise after last-minute hitch. So you'll have to explain that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I wonder what the problem there was. This is, what is this called? What is this news? iNews. Okay. Kier is one of my best friends. There's Arsenal beating Liverpool. Speaking of sports, and you Welsh Rugby fans, I read that and when I started watching rugby several years ago, Lewis Rees Zammit was like the big up and comer when I first started watching. He was like the rookie, the new guy, and he apparently, since then has just been amazing for the Welsh, and he's now putting his rugby career on hold, and he's trying out for the NFL, which was a shock to hear and read about. Apparently his father is a big NFL fan, played it, not in the NFL, but played American football. And so he wanted, the dude is uber athletic and talented. So, if anybody has a shot, it's definitely that guy for sure. So all the luck to him. The money he can make in the NFL will dwarf what he can make in playing rugby for sure. It's tough because while fitness and just athleticism he's got way more than most NFL players, but NFL's not a fitness, like endurance type game like rugby. It's a specialized sport where you're specialized in certain skills, and it's the trick it will be for him to adapt to whatever position and then excel at that, just doing that one thing really. But if anybody could do it, I would imagine it's him, because he's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got the hands. So yeah, it's just learning. The hard parts are learning the playbook and the rules, right? But it's just repetition, just practice. Hunt expected to bolster Red Sea military power in budget defense spending boost. Okay. Jeremy Hunt is under pressure to raise spending next month. All right. It says right here, quarter of Brits want Trump back into the White House. It's a lot more than that here. Whatever you feel about Trump, and I know a lot of you have expressed your opinions of hatred and like, some of you like him. That's fine. That's what is, it's okay to not like him. It's okay to like him. I'll tell you right now, he is winning pretty much most of the polls here. He is, there's a good shot he is going to win, whether you say yay or nay. Brianna's mom limit phones for under 16s. Oh, that's the woman whose child was murdered by those two teens. Yeah, we're having an issue with TikTok here in this country. Um, yeah, personally, I like my child is not on TikTok. He still has social media, but we have control over his phone, and he's 15, and I don't think there's a problem with that. It's social media is awful. It's awful. What the king told me about his Gordonston school days. Did I pronounce that? Gordonstone? Uh, School days and why the crown got it wrong. Okay. Oh, this is her new book. This is that woman who wrote that new book. And I think I saw a quote from her when she said something about the Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip and what they thought of Meghan. Prince Philip, I believe, compared Meghan to what was Wallace. What was her? The American divorcee. Of course, they're similar because they're Americans and they're divorcees. Wallace. What was? Why can't I remember it? But with King Edward and the abdication and all that business. So he compared her to the. I mean, he's not wrong there. Let's. And then the funny quote was from Queen Elizabeth when she said that her wedding dress was too white for to. She's classic. God, I loved her. She was awesome. Gunners fire up. There's another comment on the football match. This is the Daily Telegraph. Don't know. I guess I'm not sure if I've heard of that one, but warning over Ireland's threat to UK as soon as visits Ulster. Not too not too sure about that. There's more talk on social media ban. I mean, I get it. Here's the Times. I've heard of the Times. What? Huge fall in Met officers prepared to carry guns. Hundreds of officers have left the police's firearms unit in less than a year, and anger over resourcing disciplinary procedures and the decision to change charge a colony with oh, okay, yeah. Well, we know that with my police force. That's never good. Here's the Sun. Okay, so the Sun, from what I understand, is more tabloidy fluff, pop, like TV, celebrities, that sort of thing. If that's not true, let me know. You still see these stories here, but then we're getting this story, whoever those two people are, I don't know. Prem Ace in rehab for party gas stars. Okay. Looks like Prem, I guess maybe a soccer player, footballer, is doing drugs of some sort. What are you tripping about, Leo? Daily Star, I believe I've heard this, is also like the Sun, right? Wow. It's such a difference between this and, say, the Times. 3 seasons in 1 week. So, bonkers, Britain. They're talking about the weather. Yeah. Yeah, you have had some crazy weather over there. Nothing. I mean, we're getting a lot of rain here in Ventura. Here in Southern California, we've had a really big storm that hit. It started yesterday. It's still raining now. It's going to rain until Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to be flooded. A lot of my town, Ventura, has been flooded. But it's not like something that we haven't seen before. And it's not like, nothing to get too worried about. When the hill starts falling down, that's when we get concerned, when you start seeing mudslides. It's awful. Yeah, so that's about it. It's more on those stuff like that. That's just a recap. But yeah, this was fun. this was cool. There's a lot going on. So it looks like we got a search for that guy who had that attack on that mother and her children. He's still at large. That's probably the biggest one I'm thinking of right now. You need to catch that guy. Good that the king and Princess Catherine is out of the hospital. Thank goodness. I'm glad they're all doing better. It's a sad story of this woman who was attacked by dogs. Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, that was cool. It's nice to kind of know you got something going on with Northern Ireland. You got hopefully Sunak trying to address the waiting times at NHS. So yeah, a lot you guys can shoot back at me. This was I'm going to try to do this so I can kind of stay up to date on what's kind of happening over there. If you have a better website for me to go to, let me know. If you have ideas of ways that I can do the video that we're doing instead of just reading or whatever, let me know. Yeah, I'm looking for ideas. But this is interesting, and I always want to know kind of what's going on over there. All right. Hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. And we'll see you in the next one. All right. Take care. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. And he's